Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Minitrucks. Today is Saturday, June 22nd, 2024. Today we're doing a video for Cedar in Vermont. And Cedar is interested in this really nice Daihatsu Japanese mini truck that we recently imported. So Cedar is obviously a long distance customer, and for our long distance customers, we really try to do things. We try to run a tight ship and communicate effectively, and so this is the second to last phase of that communication. The very last phase is if when he watches the video, if he calls back and has any questions. But we try to make the video so effective that questions, they can't think of any because we covered it all. That means we've done a good job. Look at this beautiful day, guys. This is like a painting from something that Norman Rockwell has. I mean, is that not just the most? And you've got people down here fishing in a pond. You probably can't see them, but the corn is growing over there. The grass is absolutely just lush, and the mini trucks are beautiful in Mayberry. I just came up with that. All right, so Cedar is interested in this 1994 Daihatsu Hijet 4x4 5-speed with an extra a high and low transfer case. Oh man, it has 16,434 original miles. So, we're gonna go over this nice and careful, uh, and do a test drive. I'm gonna put this on 90%, so I think it just does a little better on 90, right there. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we want to do is go around the perimeter of this windshield and show you the condition around the windshield gasket. And what we try to do is get trucks that are in really good condition. That is beautiful. Not anything objectionable whatsoever around that windshield. Sometimes, you might see a truck that has rust or something, and so that's what we're checking for, but there is none on this truck. Now, we're going to look for dings. We're going to get picky. Being picky is good. Nice thing about Daihatsus is it's a regular glass headlight. You can just go to the auto parts store and buy one, There's nothing special about it. And that's it, just a glass headlight. Simple. This is where there was a nick in the paint, and they took a Q-tip and they dabbed a little touch-up paint right there. Oh, guys, you are not going to believe the car that is coming. Oh, man. This mini truck customer came, and he's driving this convertible BMW 650i. Oh, man, it's so nice. But I don't want to video him. He might get offended. Oh, it's so beautiful. But there are no dings. Let me get back to my my tent making here. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh man, check out this car. All right, I'm gonna nonchalantly see if they. Do you mind if I pan the camera this way? I'm taking a YouTube video. No? Yes? Okay. Check out this car, guys. You know I wanted to do this. Look at this car. Oh man, this is nice. This is a BMW 650, and I have secretly admired this car forever. This is nice. Convertible, beautiful. So thank you for letting me showcase your car. Yeah. Prime steel structures. Did we get that on tape? I was offered to drive the BMW. All right, guys, thank you. Man, that's nice. Oh my goodness. All right, all right. Back to work, back to work. So, oh man, that was fun. Oh, okay. Coming down the door pillar, we're looking for any dings or dents. Whoa, did you see that? Dings or dents. See, that was a side by side, and they really are nowhere near a mini truck. I don't mean to sound too, but they're not. A side by side is not even a third of what a mini truck is. It's true. And I'm not just saying that because I like mini trucks, it's an absolute fact. We got in this business because of the Kawasaki Mule. That was a Gator, same thing. They're a belt driven toy that looks like a work vehicle. This is a work vehicle. So that's not just me being excited or overly zealous about my mini trucks. It's a fact. All right. So this does not have a single door ding. That is significant. And there wasn't a single ding on the front of the truck. No dings, no dings, just a Q-tip touch-up job. Now, let's look under. And the tire is good. That's about it. It's just good. It's not great. It's not stellar. It's good. That looks very nice under there. This is the inner fender. Now we're going to look down the bedside panel, and guys, this is remarkable. And you know, when this came off the boat, I would have videoed this, or it might have been Justin. Now, Justin is doing videos also. And what's interesting is if you compare this assessment with the original assessment and see how well they match, because I don't remember what I said when I first videoed this, or Justin. See, now Justin is in the picture, so I don't know. It could have been him or it could have been me. So this has what's called seam rust. And seam rust is where they spot welded the two pieces together. And so there's high carbon content where the weld was, which is perfectly normal. It's not cancer. It's just a natural function of the process, the building process. Now this is what matters under here. Do you see that pretty looking piece of paint there and there on the hose? That is a big deal. That means that this truck had a gentle life. We look for things like that. And the bottom of the bed is also a pretty important thing to take some time to look at carefully. So, a little bit nicer condition tire, meaning the tread looks better on the back. Now, oh, look at that. They went through the trouble of putting a sticker on their gas cap. No idea why. This mud flap is another thing that we look for. Do you see how crisp the serrated mud flap is? That's a good sign. That means it never did that and rode. Um, so that's good. Now let's look at the bed. Sorry for the wind. Okay, this bed is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the reason I say that is because there's no rust. This is stainless steel. Oh, okay, there is a little piece of rust right there. I take it back. So that's not rust through, but there is right there a spot. Now you can get a wire brush and brush that down and then get a quality like Valspar spray paint and then paint that. But it is not rust through. So the reason I say the bed is in such good condition is because it's just got scratches. Now let the tailgate down so we can look. I'm gonna put these chains where they're supposed to go. These are supposed to be like that. That one is supposed to be like. Now we have. Um, Now we have a good view of the bed, which is beautiful. So another nice thing is these ribs are not all banged up. There's just some dings. That's all. There's dings here and there. So that means that it's been well cared for. Okay. Oops. You know what else is interesting I've noticed about this truck is whoever owned it put wire around here. I don't know if you can see that, but they wrapped wire here for some reason. I don't know why. They did it right there also. But the former owner, the Japanese man or Japanese woman that owned this, had a really specific reason for doing that. We have one shopping cart ding here, a ding from the inside out here, a ding from the inside out here, and a ding from the outside in here. Everything else looks very nice. Now we're going to look at the bedside, and we have a ding here, 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 and here. So a fair number of dings on the side. Wow, that's an interesting looking toolbox. Let's see what's in there. So if there's any gold bullion, any Japanese gold bullion, ownership has not yet transferred. So I get the bullion. We'll split it 50-50. How about that? No bullion. What do we have here? Oh, a toolkit. Nice. Okay. No bullion. I've never had the good fortune. Well, I would work on that door. It needs to be brought up a little bit, but it works. It works. All right. Now we'll put the non-bullion bearing keys back in place. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Here is the bottom of the bed. I am going to miss this business. Okay. So now we're coming down the door post. That's just dirt. This looks like it could be a ding, but it's not. It was just a shadow. So this door is completely ding free. So this whole truck is in remarkable condition, except that bedside panel had, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so dings, and I think there were 3 on the tailgate and none on the other bedside panel. All right, now let's look under here. This is remarkable. Absolutely beautiful. So we're looking for rust, and there just is none. Decent tire. Again, the back tire over there also looks better than the front tires, but that just means whoever was driving it was doing city driving, turning, lots of turning. I believe that's what that indicates. Okay, the door panel looks phenomenal. Very nice. So now, look at the patina on that bolt, that gold Japanese patina. That is a good sign. And the bottom of the door looks nice, no rust. Now let's look under the floor mat. You want to get your finger under the snap when you undo it so you don't rip the plastic off. That's gorgeous. Man, is that nice. Okay. Well, yeah, on the Daihatsu, you have to pull this forward, and then that reveals back here. Look at that. Man, is that pretty. All right. Time to test drive. Oh, I haven't looked at this door yet. Okay, let's look under the door. Now this this got torn, you can see, and the owner took tape and taped it. And it's probably the same thing where the pocket is partially torn off. I don't think there's a hole in this plastic. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can take this off. Kind of a sticky mess. It is. I don't think there's a hole in the plastic, but what I would do, guys, honestly, is I would tear this plastic off. It's not that bad, but I wouldn't like to see that tape. And then once you tear the plastic off or get a razor blade and just very surgically cut it off, then you'll never know it was there. And of course you won't have a pocket at that point. No rust. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, the seat is torn. We have a tear here that is taped and a tear here that is taped. And we have a side split here that is taped. So if you want, and we do have a small split there. If you wanted to get it covered, you could get it recovered. It's easy to remove the seat, and then you take it to an upholstery shop. This is your brake fluid. Okay. Wow, look at the kilometers. 26,454. What you do is you multiply that by 0.621, and that gives you the miles. All right, so now we're going to make a U-turn and take this for a test drive. Daihatsus have such a ridiculously tight turn radius. Man, look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right. So, Mayberry Minitrucks went to Raleigh, the state capital, and approached the North Carolina House and the North Carolina Senate, and we educated them about mini trucks. This is going back a ways, like 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And we testified before the House and Senate transportation subcommittees and helped them write legislation making mini trucks street legal. And it passed both the House and the Senate. And then we had to go to Governor Roy Cooper and petition him to sign the bill into law, and he did. So mini trucks are now street legal in North Carolina. So you will get a title. There's no extra charge for anything. We don't say, okay, well, you have to pay more for the title. No dock fee, no prep fee, no admin fee. That's 62 miles per hour, guys, and it feels fantastic. So we don't play games with people. There are no games. There are no taxes. There are no additional fees. And I really like being able to say that. Whatever the price of the vehicle is, That is all you pay. It includes the full synthetic oil change, the new air filter. It includes the oil filter. It includes everything. So that's just the way it ought to be. All right, now we are going up this hill and we're going to see how it does going up this hill in a high gear. So now we're going into fifth gear and now it's going uphill steep. Okay, so let's see how it does in this very demanding set of circumstances. Up a steep hill in fifth gear. So it is holding pretty much between 60 and 65, but I have to slow down for this turn. And now let's see what happens. This is where it gets interesting. We're going to stay in fifth gear, but now we're going 35 kilometers per hour, which is super, super slow. And we're going up a very steep incline. And guys, it is actually accelerating. And, you know, that is remarkable because remember, we're in fifth gear going 20 miles per hour up a steep, steep hill. So what that means is that this truck has good compression. And if the truck has good compression, it has good horsepower. So I think we were going, now we're going close to 40 kilometers per hour. Oh, here comes a four-wheeler. I hope they're being careful. Hey. So nice, nice, very good. So that was a successful test run where the vehicle did accelerate and going up a steep hill in fifth gear. So that is, without a doubt, the most important thing about the whole video, in my opinion, because, you know, it may look pretty, which it does. It may look pretty, but if it doesn't drive well and can't, I mean, to accelerate up that hill in fifth gear at 20 miles per hour, that means a lot. So now you know that it has good horsepower. What else? We do deliver, although I think, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that Cedar is coming from Vermont to pick it up. I mean, I'm happy to deliver trucks, but it's better for you if you're coming down here anyway. Um, just make sure you bring a good form of payment. You know, we don't take a personal check. I'm sure they've discussed all that with you. And here comes a mini truck. See, this is another nice thing about mini trucks is two mini trucks can pass each other on a road. But look how polite this person is being. They're trying to leave me ample room, as am I. Oh, that's my daughter Hannah and her mother-in-law Carmela. So Hannah and Justin are taking over operations of Mayberry Mini Trucks, and I throw everything at Hannah, and Justin takes it. He runs with it, and they're go-getters, so they're not trying to avoid work, and that's really what it takes, you know, to run a tight ship. And so Hannah does all the paperwork now. Stephanie helps a lot too, but we're trying to let Hannah and Justin take as much as they are able to handle while still have a young family. And so that means that they are going, I can tell you what we're doing. We're getting nicer and nicer and nicer stuff, which makes me happy. And the reason is because, you know, yes, it's more expensive to buy stuff like that, but you are going to be happier as a business owner because you're selling beautiful stuff. And we don't play games. Like, we're not going to buy something with high miles. Like, look at this. What was it, 16,000 miles or something? Or 14? I can't remember. But we're going to buy stuff like this that really is nice, wash it. Um, First we're going to service it, fix anything that's wrong. We have a service department. We know how to. I get calls all the time from people that imported their own vehicle and there's something wrong with it. Four-wheel drive doesn't work, or it just runs bad when it reaches normal operating temperature, and we can't work on it because we only work on what we sell. We only service what we sell. But so we try to service the vehicle, get everything that's not working, and we got the law passed, making them street legal. So we apply for the title, and um, and then we clean it and make it available for sale. But notice I said we clean it. That's all we do. Is I pay a guy to clean them, but we don't buy a truck that is rough or high miles, because there's a correlation between high miles and the condition of the truck. But I'll let you in on a secret. There's also a correlation between high miles and price. Meaning, if I bought high mileage stuff, I could get it so cheap. And you'll hear people say, I can get that for $3,500. Yeah, okay, you probably can, but you have a high mileage vehicle, and is a greater likelihood that something's wrong with it. So we only get low mileage stuff, and that's what Hannah and Justin are going to continue to do, is get nice low mileage stuff. And I put a I didn't put a bid on. I'm thinking mini trucks. I bought a sailboat today. So this is the only day I'll ever be able to say that sentence. I bought a Gozzard, and a Gozzard is a beautiful sailboat, and it's made in Ontario. I was made in Ontario. So I am a Canuck, and I'm buying a sailboat made by a Canuck. But it is a blue water sailboat, and this isn't really germane to mini trucks, so I'll be brief. But I bought the sailboat today. My wife Stephanie and I have taken lots of training, and I've got my insurance, and I'm really looking forward to this next phase in my life. We've got 6 children, and we've raised our family, and my last one is 19. And yeah, I am going to miss the business of mini trucks, just like I miss being I was a stockbroker and a certified financial planner for 28 years. And I miss that too, but it's not the dance in the end zone, spiking the football. It's the process. It's the journey. That's where the pleasure comes from. So I enjoy this mini truck business immensely because of the people I meet, like Kathleen in Kansas City. Super good woman, and she has a great husband. I met her and her husband in Kansas City, Missouri, and I get to meet these people, and then um, before her, there was a man who what was his name? I think his name was oh, I can't remember. It was a cool name. But anyway, I enjoy the people that I meet. That's the pleasure I get out of this business, is meeting really good people. And but now I'm going to be sailing, and I've got to have the boat surveyed and the electrical systems surveyed, and I've got a man, Greg, who is also a customer, but he is a sailboat expert, and he's going to help me out by, I think he's offered, so I'm probably going to take him up on that. And he is who Pacific Seacraft, another good company. Uh, I won't say they're not as good as Gozzard, but that would be presumptuous of me to say that, because I really am not an expert and I don't know. Pacific Seacraft might be better for all I know. But Greg is going to help me, and he is the guy that the factory calls when something can't be figured out. So he is very knowledgeable. and he's going to assist me. And I'm going to get Greg, I think, a diesel truck, because he's kind of does that kind of work where he's always, hauling big stuff, and so he needs something a little bigger. And so anyway, guys, talk about rabbit trail. Man, oh man, I am the king of rabbit trails, and I am going to stop. I'm going to purposefully stop digressing upon digressing upon digressing. But anyway, I am going to miss the business. I'll be around for, I don't know. I guess the clock is ticking now. I guess I'm going to be around for, I don't know, probably month and a half, and then I'm going to start being gone. And I'm going to start sailing, and just enjoying that life while Hannah and Justin begin a new chapter in theirs. So guys, thanks for listening to me ramble. This is me processing changes. That's what this is. It's not me just being silly. It's me verbally speaking what's happening. And this is how you process things. This is how we process change. So thank you for being my therapist.